I made this.
Steve Blyth, J. Racenstein for windowcleaningmagazine.co.uk, and we're here today at the Amsterdam Interclean Show 2016 with Ionic and Craig Mawlam to talk about the presence of pure water and cleaning of windows and building exterior. Mm-hmm. So, been at this a while now.
Seems like all my working life, really. Yeah.
And so you obviously have a nice line of poles that people use to clean the exterior, from an entry-level grafter series to this glider, 100% carbon fiber, all the way up to this Swift that can be extended to 80 feet.
Yep.
And so you're covering all the length and distances, and this is the tool that brings the cleaning action to the window. But the cleaning is really most importantly done, from what I understand in our discussions, with the water.
Well, it's a combination, isn't it? It's the brush and it's the water, and everything else is just window dressing, really. And the finest quality water and a brush that's really going to cut it is the most important thing, and then everything else is the pole is a bus to work. The machine is the thing that's going to create that pure water for you, and that's what it's all about. It used to be said with window cleaning with squeegees, it's all about having the rubber pressed against the glass. And that same analogy is true, but now it's the quality of the water and really the quality of the brush that goes with it.
So your innovation in the last 2-3 years now has been the parts per billion system that you've got out, all right?
That's it. Well, our focus has always been the water treatment, to be fair. When we started to get interested in all of this, then the DI tank was the thing. And as you learn more and more about water treatment, you understand that a DI tank will get water to 0 parts per million, but it only just achieves that, and it only just achieves it for a relatively short time before you've got to put your hand in your pocket and buy another bag of resin. And for well over a decade, it's been the case that 0 parts per billion was the goal, and that would do the job for you. But if we're all honest about it, even with water at 0 ppm, you'll see spotting on windows from time to time. You won't necessarily get the results your customer would like you to get. And so, we started looking deeper into it. And of course, the purer the water, the better the results. The better results, the less complaints you get. The less complaints you get, the more times you can keep the brush on some new customers' windows, rather than having to re-clean windows that you cleaned that didn't dry perfectly the first time. So, that's our endeavour. And so we have a machine range now that starts at 0 parts per million and goes all the way up to 0 ppb in increments that we measure in megohms. Yeah.
So one of the issues in a large project like a solar farm is the delivery of the water out to the worksite.
Sure.
And so I was being told about your new little cart system to be able to place water out where the work needs to be performed, and keep it replenished out there with like a hose from each unit. Up there. So this could also have to do with elevation. If something's going up on a hill, on a walkway, you need to pump that water up that hill. So stationing the water nearby and having it available on cleaning large projects seems like a really novel new way to look at tackling a large task or a large project.
Well, that's exactly it. We call them range extenders for that reason. So if you've got 100 metres of hose, then having one of these sat in between that and another 100 metres of hose is effectively extended the range.
What happens is many of the job sites, you can't move the vehicle out to where you want to work, and often you can't drag 300 meters of hose out to where you want to work either, for heights, range, the difficulty of doing that. And so the idea of placing the water nearer where you want to work and having it available to you and leaving the truck back at a location quite a distance away is a good way to approach that kind of a task.
Yeah, for sure.
So larger projects are becoming easier to do, and that's really the end of it, isn't it? Make it easier?
Exactly. And if you put one of these range extenders in line, you can forget about it. if you stop for a quick break, a tea break or something like that, then you don't need to go switch it off. It's got a float switch in there. When the thing is full, it turns off automatically. So, fit and forget, just get on with your working day.
Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome.